This is the most simple knowing that has nothing to do with the thinking processes, nothing to do with understanding anything. It can seem quite different to the usual way of realizing something, knowing something. It's radically different. That's why it seems that we have these meetings, because people tend to assume that there's a way of understanding this simplicity. Over the years, over the many years of people searching and writing books about this and practicing many things and great teachers, it has been built up into this big, dramatic thing that it seems like you need to work hard to achieve. So when I say that it's this simple, really so easy, that it's already here, it's already you, we find it hard to believe. How can it be that, according to the great masters, that it's already here? That I don't need to do anything to achieve it? Well, perhaps times have changed, the expression has developed. Nowadays, people are being much more direct about this message. In the language, the expression, and in the availability. It used to be something that only certain religious or traditional people could have any availability of. But now it seems that it's on the internet, everywhere. Everyone's talking about it, practically. And yet still we so want to hold on to this myth of this special enlightenment, special awakening, that we can then join the club of being an awakened person, being a more special, spiritual and enlightened person. But really, I hate to disappoint you, but actually it's nothing to do with that. In fact, I don't mind disappointing you really, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm here to destroy your dreams and your hopes and your ideas about spirituality, about enlightenment, about who you think you are, life, everything that you've ever believed in. It seems that my passion is to undermine all of that. And the fact that this recognition of who you really are, your true nature, life itself, has been made to seem like such a special thing, seems totally ridiculous to me. What we're talking about is nature. It's as ordinary and familiar and intimate as nature is. Recognizing who you are, you actually recognize that you've always known it. You've always been that. But whether it's because of what you learnt as a child, or society, or the teachers you've listened to, somehow you've taken on beliefs about yourself. That you're someone separate, an individual that needs to struggle in life. But right now, if you check for yourself, without believing any of these thoughts about yourself or about any of the spiritual concepts of how it's supposed to be or supposed to feel when you get it, right now just check what you actually know when you don't buy into thought. Sensation is felt right now. Sounds are heard right now. Maybe there's a thought that pops up. This visual image is seen. But there is no question of it being seen by me. There's no question of any separation in this direct experience. Life is simply experienced as it is. There's no question of it needing to be more enlightened, more special. It just is as it is. And then thinking comes in and interprets it. But we've been so used to giving thinking so much attention, making it seem like it's really in charge of everything that happens. So when the thinking says, I'm separate, I'm someone, I need to get enlightened, there's something wrong with me, something missing in my life, or this uncomfortable sensation means that there's some kind of lack, then we believe the thinking without question. We just assume the thinking must be right. But just right now, again, check what you actually know without putting so much attention on the thinking. Just feeling this sensation, or listening, seeing. Is there anything missing? Is there any problem? So, in fact, we're seeing more and more that thought doesn't mean so much. It's a practical tool that is used in this, by this life itself, in a practical sense in our daily lives. But thought cannot know who you are. Thought cannot know the nature of life. Thought cannot know what is right now. It's too simple. It's too easy. It's too obvious. The nature of the thinking is that it separates everything. It says, I'm this and not that. Thinking puts labels on things in a very practical and useful sense. It does its job of creating this play of separation as if there is separation. As if I'm talking to you. But right now, if you check what you actually know, am I talking to you? Or is it just this image being seen, these sounds being heard in you? Already no separation. Already no one here who could realize anything or get enlightened. Already whole, already free. So it's just about investigating what is already happening, the way it already is. Seeing for yourself, rather than just believing someone else's words. Because this message is worthless if you don't know it for yourself, in your own knowing. Otherwise it's just words, it's just thoughts, beliefs. So I encourage you to check, investigate right now, not in the thinking, but right now, what you actually know. In this most simple, most childlike way. Stripping everything away. Everything that you've thought was important or serious, meaningful. And what's left?